Hello and welcome back. If you're new, hi, my name is Brittany and welcome. Today is very exciting because I finally, I get to get my blood drawn for the further testing. A quick recap, me, my doctor, and my insurance were all working together to get my labs approved. And I guess the doctor ordered 6 lab panels and only 5 got approved, which it's okay. It's a small victory. I'll take it. If the 5 panels come back normal, then we'll go ahead and pay for the other panel out of pocket. I'm just happy that the ball is finally rolling after 2 months of just being stuck. I don't know exactly how I feel. I feel excited. I feel happy, but also I feel a little bit nervous because like obviously there's something wrong and I don't know if I'm ready for them to be like, oh, this is what's wrong. And I'm hoping that if there is something wrong that we can like reverse it or fix it. Doctor did say it takes about 7 to 10 days for the results to come back. So after today, you probably won't see me until like about the 10th day. But yeah, let's go to the doctors. Hello. So it has been about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks since my results came back. Let me tell you, it took way longer than what they told me that it would take. They told me that it would take 7 to 10 days. It literally took like a month. But whatever, I'm happy that I got my results. My results turned out to be not exactly what I thought they would be. Everything came back normal except 2 results or 2 tests. The first one is I have a thyroid issue. My thyroid is low. Let's just take it back to 2018 when I had my first miscarriage. So I had my first miscarriage like in the spring, I think, and then I had my second miscarriage in the fall. The doctor didn't do any testing on the fetus or in the embryo. He just told me, try again. Let's fast forward a little bit to summer, I believe it was, of 2019 after my 3rd miscarriage. They did testing, however, they didn't do the testing that they should have done, and that makes me frustrated because we could have gotten answers back in 2019. When the doctor back then tested me, he obviously didn't test me correctly or he just oversaw. I don't even know what happened, but all I know is that he did test my genes and they came back normal. And he tested me for thyroid and it came back normal. The thyroid was something that I always pushed for and I made sure that it was negative because I know that if you have a low thyroid or hypothyroidism, I think it's called, it will affect your pregnancy. My mom has a low thyroid, so that is the reason why I kept pushing and just making sure that him and I, like the doctor and I, were on the same page, and we weren't. No, we weren't. Also for genetics, he said everything was fine. Fast forward to 2023, both of those things came out abnormal. My thyroid is low. She said that when doctors test for the panel, my understanding is here's just if you have it, yes or no. But then there's also other, I'll just say subdivisions, but I don't think that is the word I want to use. There's other testing, I guess, to make sure that you truly don't have a high or low thyroid. And so my T3, T4, T whatever came back abnormal. So I have that. I've been on the thyroid medication. Don't ask me what it is because I don't know, but I've been on that for a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I have to go back at the end of the month to retest my thyroid and make sure that the medication is working and that everything is back to normal. Number 2, I have the MFTHR. Basically, in a nutshell, my body cannot process folate. Now, if you know anything about pregnancies, you know that you need acid folate so that the baby's spine can be developed healthy. How can I give that to my baby when my body cannot process it, right? So that was also frustrating because it's something in my genes that I guess got passed down to me or runs my family. I quite don't know exactly how that gene goes down or passes down family members or whatever, but all I know is I have it and all I know is that it makes sense. Not only is having a low thyroid affects a pregnancy by increasing miscarriages, but also the vitamin, the nutrition, the thing that is needed in a pregnancy to make sure that the baby is healthy, my body cannot process. So it has been a marvelous time on this end. When I tell you that I cried, you know, as a woman, I know that at the end of the day, it's not my fault. There's nothing that I could have done to prevent the miscarriages. I know that I am perfectly imperfect, but also, I'm not gonna lie, I went down a dark hole of feeling like a failure. Basically, the number 1 reason why I cried, the second reason why I cried was due to relief. I was relieved that we had answers. It took 5 years to finally get answers. It took 6 miscarriages to get answers. And I also cried of sadness because, again, dang, It took 6 miscarriages. It took 6 losses to get answers. So, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm very happy with my OB. I love her to death. I will miss her when we do move. That's just where I'm at. That is where I'm at. The doctor also referred us to a genetic counselor. I really don't know exactly like what that entails, but basically that means my doctor and the counselor work together to make sure that nothing else is missing. At the end of the month, I do have that appointment with my husband and I have that appointment with the genetic counselor, and I will try to film as much as I can without sharing too much information. And that was a little update. Hello! It's been a couple of days since my husband and I had our appointment with our genetic counselor, and it was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot of information given to us pretty quickly. I didn't know what to expect walking into the appointment. All I knew was my doctor and her were gonna work together. I didn't know exactly what questions were gonna be asked or what information was gonna be given to us. I went into it blindly. The appointment started with how genetics and chromosome works, kind of like Bio 101. Literally the first thing that came to mind. Then she asked us, is there a possibility that my husband and I can be related? They asked about his family history, my family history, and if our families were from the same region, which they're not. They're from 2 different sides of Mexico. That happened, and then the questions kind of got turned and focused more onto me. Basically, in a nutshell, because I've had multiple miscarriages, she kind of narrowed it down to it can be passed down in families. It's not hereditary, but it could be passed down. And it's the research that has come out in the past couple of years, so it's still kind of fresh and new. We concluded that my husband and I are going to be doing 2 tests. The first test is a genetic screening. Basically, that is going to test who from the both of us carries a genetic I can never say that word, abnormality. The second one is a genetic testing, but I think that this one's going to be more detailed because my OB did one on me, like, I don't know, a couple months ago, which is how we found out about the MTHFR gene. I hope I'm saying that right. The genetic carrier one that is going to come in through the mail, and it's going to be like a kit. That test should be coming in the mail within a couple of days. So yeah. Hello, we are in the car. I have our packages ready to be mailed out. I had a lot of emotions, didn't know exactly how to feel. Happy, sad, anxious, fear, like all of the above. But it is what it is. I just gotta hope and pray that everything just goes smoothly, and whatever the outcome is, that I accept it and just move on. I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here. That way, once I get the results back and I figured out what direction to move forward, that could be a whole new update. I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one.